the actual Adidas game and what it took to develop that 3D world?
Yeah. So Adidas, we actually worked with a marketing agency. They come up with the concept of, let's have an AR game that's triggered from a shoe. So they provide us the asset with the markers, and then they provide us the 3D content in terms of what you display once you trigger that experience from the backend. There's a lot of game logistics that needs to be implemented on that side too. But basically how the game mechanics works is, once you get the 3D world, there's stormtroopers that are shooting at you, and you want to be shooting at them to gain points. And the way it's programmed is you're shooting every 2 seconds. So there's blast, and you're aiming your shoe at the specific one to shoot it.
So there was a ton of 3D assets that had to get built, and those were all done by the agency working
What was the
with.
agency?
It's Sidley Working Agency, and they had their own 3D development team as well.
And then I guess there was like all the licensing with Lucas,
Yeah,
hopefully.
yeah, they do a lot of work with Star Wars or something. But yeah, you're right. 3D asset-wise, it's either the client that's providing it. For example, Lego already had the 3D assets to the toys, so that was a simple implementation. Or sometimes we help them do the 3D development.
How much of that was tracked? Were the game hours tracked, or how many game launches were tracked? How many times did people play that game?
I don't have statistics for the Adidas one, but
A long time, or did people just dive in and just leave, or did they stick around and check it out? Like how sticky was it?
they play the game. There was different things that were unlocked each week. And if you were actually the highest score, you can submit your score and win a trip, I think, to Hawaii or something. So there's a lot of engagement beyond just the game, but there was extra features that came out, as well as the social networking aspect where you can share photos with your friends.
That's good.
In that case, you're using the marker just to know the aim of a gun or something, right?
Exactly.
But to be augmented reality, you would have to see something in front of the shoe that you're holding up, right?
Yeah. So in this case with the shoe, once you point your shoe, in the video screen from the video output, you see yourself as well as the 3D image of the game piece.
Oh, so it is.
Yeah. I think what might work better is I actually show you guys this campaign that we did with Popular Science. Have you guys seen this Popular Science issue? No? Yes? Okay. Basically, it's the July 2009 issue of Popular Science, and what they have here is they pointed out it's a 3D cover. So as you purchase the magazine, you can bring it home. If you've got a webcam installed, you can launch this experience, and this doesn't require, this requires Shockwave. So if you have Shockwave already installed, great, you don't need to additionally install a plugin. But a lot of AR campaigns before was that you had to install a separate plugin, which wasn't ideal for the user because, if it's a plugin from a tile, the end consumer is not going to install it. So that's why a lot of it, we launched it on the Shockwave platform. But this is a standard web page. This is a standard web page. This is a standard web page in terms of the experience, because with AR, because consumers are so new to the technology, you have to communicate to them about what are the steps of doing this AR campaign. You'll be amazed to know that a lot of people are not familiar, and they don't know, okay, do I point it at it, or what triggers from it, and things of that sort. So,
with that Adidas one, was that all done in Flash or Shockwave? Or was it a custom app you had to
that was using Shockwave.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. So
And all the rendering is done on your local machine, is it? Like all that whole 3D sort of city, that's all been downloaded to your machine, ready to be.
Yeah.
There's
So
not
the
streaming.
Shockwave, it has the plugin, and it's downloaded.
Right.
Do you have the ability to do a live demo?
Yeah, I'm actually trying to. It's crashing. refreshing on me, I don't know why. But you know, if you're at home and you're curious to check out the popular science, you can go to PopSci, popsci.com/imagination, and already on the website you can print this marker and you can try it out yourself.
How, you know, like with publishers looking towards the iPad and other kind of digital readers, where is this type of technology, the print technology, with it positioned against the sort of iPad type stuff for publishers? Do you know?
Yeah, ebooks, iPad, those are more geared towards very digital kind of categories of books. You're actually consuming the book from a device. We're augmented reality. It's kind of midway between an ebook and still the physical book itself. So it's not transforming it into digital. It's still the book itself, but it's adding content and AR experience to the book. So it's additional experience that's attached to different pages.
But can you see people like holding up their iPad against their webcam? I mean, like, do you think?
Yeah.
I wondered if the publishers were still kind of clinging on to the print because that's what they know,
Yeah.
and looking for ways to extend the print experience and kind of delaying the sort of what might be inevitable into digital.
Yeah. I think they feel a lot of pressure though from the ebook side. So I guess maybe let me try actually Internet Explorer. Or maybe use Chrome. Usually, it's pretty reliable.
It gets the job done right there.
Well, if Internet Explorer works, then we're going back to Internet Explorer. Okay, I think it's. Oh. But what I can show you on the mobile device right now is, this is a magazine cover that just launched. It's the Time Out Kids magazine. Basically, no markers embedded in the magazine, but at the right-hand side, it tells you you can watch a video now. So on the Janata platform, if you download the Janata application, you can launch the Time Out Kids channel. Actually, forgot to load my SIM card on there. Is your internet connection on this one?
Do you need a mic?
Same as the,
Same as the one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So everyone gets on.
Is it on under featured channels, Lisa?
Oh, yeah. Or if you type in kids, you might be.
There we go. Time Out Kids.
Yep. Oh, you got it?
I think so.
So if you point your phone to the magazine, it should recognize that magazine and bring you a 3D content on top of it.
Oh, yep. Got it. Right now, slide.
Which one is it? It's if you search kids.
search new.
It's actually under new.
Under new?
Yeah.
Pretty easy.
Oh, no, I went to our video. So
Yeah.
I went to put the videos.
So if you have an Android phone or iPhone, you can download Janio once you launch the channel.